When did ancient humans first start eating sugar? The spoon is tiny, barely a centimeter long. You scoop a little white sugar into your coffee, stir it once, and never think about it again. It dissolves in seconds. It feels like one of the most ordinary actions in modern life. But your tongue is doing something ancient. The moment sweetness touches your mouth, receptors inside your taste buds activate a biological system that is far older than humanity itself. The desire for sugar didn't begin with civilization, farming, or even our own species. It began tens of millions of years before humans existed. Travel back about 30 million years to what is now northern Egypt. Instead of endless desert, imagine a warm rainforest filled with fruit-bearing trees. High in the canopy lived small primates that were ancestors of every monkey, ape, and eventually humans. They had choices. They could spend time cracking hard nuts and seeds, or they could search for soft, ripe fruit packed with natural sugar. Sweet fruit offered quick energy, but only for a short season before other animals found it or it spoiled. How do scientists know what these animals preferred? The answer is hidden in their teeth. A team led by dental anthropologist Ian Towle studied more than 400 fossil teeth from early primates discovered in Egypt's Fayum Depression. Hard foods leave chipped teeth. Sugary fruit often leads to cavities. The results were striking. Very few teeth showed signs of cracking hard foods, while many displayed patterns consistent with eating soft, sugary fruit. The evidence suggests that our distant ancestors relied heavily on ripe fruit millions of years before humans appeared. That matters because the ability to taste sweetness is controlled by genes shared across the primate family. Individuals that could quickly recognize sugar-rich foods gained a reliable source of energy and were more likely to survive. In other words, your sweet tooth is not a modern invention. It's one of the oldest instincts your body has. Later, as human ancestors evolved in Africa, they discovered something even sweeter than fruit: honey. Unlike fruit, honey was protected by thousands of angry bees. Harvesting it meant climbing cliffs or trees and risking painful stings for one of nature's richest energy sources. One remarkable piece of evidence comes from a cave painting in eastern Spain, dated to roughly 6,000 to 10,000 years ago. It shows a person climbing toward a wild beehive, collecting honey while surrounded by bees. For most of human history, sugar wasn't something you bought. It was something you earned through risk and effort. Everything changed thousands of years later. The earliest domesticated sugarcane likely appeared in New Guinea around 6,000 to 8,000 years ago. People simply chewed the stalks to enjoy the sweet juice inside. The real breakthrough happened in ancient India, where people learned to boil sugarcane juice into solid crystals. For the first time, sweetness could be stored, transported, and traded over long distances. The Sanskrit word *sharkara*, meaning gravel or small crystals, eventually became the English word *sugar. Even then, sugar remained incredibly rare. For centuries it was treated more like a medicine or luxury than an everyday food. So when did things truly change? The answer comes from ancient dental plaque. Scientists extracted bacterial DNA preserved in hardened plaque from skeletons spanning more than 7,000 years of European history. Farming caused some changes in the bacteria living inside human mouths, but surprisingly those communities remained fairly stable for thousands of years. Then, during the Industrial Revolution, everything shifted dramatically. As sugar became cheap and widely available through large-scale plantations and global trade, cavity-causing bacteria rapidly became dominant. Human biology had not changed. Our environment had. That's the real turning point. The craving for sweetness is ancient, but unlimited access to sugar is only a few centuries old. For millions of years, your ancestors found sweet food only occasionally, during fruiting seasons or after dangerous honey hunts. Today, that same ancient reward system can be activated every few minutes with almost no effort. Your body was built for scarcity. The modern world provides abundance. That mismatch explains why sugar feels so irresistible. It isn't a failure of character. It's an ancient survival instinct meeting an environment it never evolved to handle. So the next time you stir a spoonful of sugar into your coffee, remember that you're satisfying a craving older than humanity itself. Only one thing is new: the spoon.